Wow, what's good, ladies and gentlemen? It's
Cece.
Pranks.
Reactions.
And fitness, we got a good one for you guys today. Today, man, we have YelloPain, I believe his name is. And the name of the song is I Don't Vote, I Don't Have to Vote, of some sort like that. He dropped this about 6 years ago, and he was educating people why voting is important and is relevant right now because we are in election season. And one of the viewers on Instagram said, please do this one so people can understand why voting is important and why should you vote. So we're going to get directly into it. Let's go. Let me fix this camera. All right. Let's go.
Enough electoral votes, more than 270, more than enough to become the 44th President of the United States. He will be the first African-American President of the United States.
I've been broke all my life, but I kept hope all them nights. You see business in my city? Yeah, they closed all them twice. I was just riding down Salem, all them damn potholes I can't drive. I know y'all can fix it faster, but I know y'all won't try. Don't nobody care about us, and that's why I don't vote. Voted for Obama back in 2012, I remember that's when I had hope. He was saying, yes, we can, and everybody got less food stamps. And when I turned 21, I was still broke, I'd never vote again. I don't think I ever had a president make my life better. Did it all on my own, ain't no politician ever do a nice gesture. I don't even know the mayor's name, I ain't never seen her one time ever. Tell me how she gonna help the city. What I'm supposed to do, write letters? What I'm supposed to do, blame Trump? He ain't never really gave a ain't nobody raised minimum wage. None of these jobs pay enough. I think they just wanna keep us broke, cause they ain't putting nothing in place for us. This how all my people feel, but we gotta learn. We complained enough, let me change it up. Everything I just said, everybody I know think the same way. See, they don't wanna see us vote, and we never do, so we see the same thing. But all our votes really do count, and they'll never really let it show. So now I'm finna break it down, cause if I don't, you would probably never know. First thing first, you know back in...
That's what it's called. My vote don't count. I'm sorry. Let's go. He said they probably don't want to see us vote, but our votes do count. But they don't want to see us vote. So they tell you vote it don't matter, but this is why it counts. Let's go.
See, they don't want to see us vote, and we never do, so we see the same thing. But all our votes really do count, and they'll never really let it show. So now I'm finna break it down, cause if I don't, you would probably never know. First thing first, you know back in middle school when they taught us, it was 3 branches of the government. We forgot it when we got older. It's the judicial, the legislative, and executive. But all we know is the executive. That's the mayor, or the governor, and the president. Now,
please pay attention to this part, y'all. Because if you don't, it's going to go over your head. He's telling you some real Jews that people really need to pay attention to, that we don't pay attention to. He's telling y'all some real shit. Pay attention to this part. Let's go.
Don't you would probably never know. First thing first, you know back in middle school when they taught us, it was 3 branches of the government. We forgot it when we got older. It's the judicial, the legislative, and executive. But all we know is the executive. That's the mayor, or the governor, and the president. Now none of them 3 people make no laws, they just be checking them. The laws come to their desk and all they do is say no or yes to it. So when the news station tried to tell us that Barack Obama couldn't put us on, we was all salty at Obama when it was the Congress members all along. We gotta focus on the legislative branch, yeah, they the ones that make the laws. Yeah, they the ones write how much food stamp money you get on the card. But when people that wanted to help us wanted the job, I know they probably lost. Cause we ain't even know their name, we ain't know their face, we ain't know it all. So the Congress or the State House, that's legislative, they make laws. So what we want from the president is what they do, okay y'all? See, they election every 2 years, but we don't ever even go to those. The Congress, they can raise minimum wage, but we ain't even really know it though. So you know how back in 08, when we all voted.
Facts. He said the Congress can raise minimum wage, but we ain't even know that. We all thinking that it's president of the United States who make the laws that we got to follow. Or it's the president that say this and this and that. The president is just a head figure. He's just the person that takes the blame for when everything falls to the shit. He's the person that gets the blame. Like people was blaming, I was the one that was blaming Obama for the shit that he didn't do for us. But he couldn't do it if he wanted to because the legislators and all them didn't put it into law. They have to write the laws and make the shit happen. In Louisiana, minimum wage is still $7.25. Around the world, we are the lowest in Louisiana with minimum wage. It's $7.25. The lowest. Everywhere else is higher. Meanwhile, the cost of living to live in Louisiana is tremendously high. Tremendously. If you had a $725 job and that's your only job, you would not be able to make no rent. You would not be able to make your food bill. You wouldn't be able to make life because it's too much money. that you have to spend for on a daily basis. So that's, pay attention to all that shit. Pay attention. He's saying some real Jews that he dropped some shit on this man. Let's go.
When we all voted for minimum wage, but we ain't even really know it though. So you know how back in 08, when we all voted for Obama, we was all supposed to go back in 2010 and vote for the Congress. Cause they the ones make child support laws. They the ones choose if your kids at school get to eat steak or corn dogs. The state house make the court costs. So if the country failed, then you can't say it's them, it's your fault. Cause y'all ain't know to vote for Congress members that was for y'all. And they don't gotta leave after 4 years, and we just let them sit. See, they don't wanna tell you this, they want you to focus on the president. Now the third branch is the judicial, that's judges.
You see how he showed a glimpse of Trump? Because everybody blaming Trump for this and that and that and that. Trump did this, Trump did that. He wasn't the person who was doing this shit the whole time. It was the other people that was doing it. Those people been writing these laws, and they got a lot of black women, a lot of black men, a lot of white and white men, women, that making these laws that we gotta follow. Just like the bitch-ass governor of Louisiana just made a law stating that everyone can carry a gun now. And what is that doing for our state?
Making it
Worse, because now everybody can have a gun. You don't have to have a license no more. You just gotta have a carry. It's an open carry state. So that means niggas who robbing don't have to get it. Felons who don't have, not supposed to have guns can get them. It's making the worse. The crime rate is going up. So that's what we should have got that shit in check, but we didn't go out and vote as a whole. So yeah, shit crazy.
Now the third branch is the judicial, that's just after 4 years, and we just let them sit. See, they don't want to tell you this, they want you to focus on the president. Now the third branch is the judicial, that's judges. They the reason why John Crawford and Trayvon ain't had justice. So when Meek Mill got locked up just for popping willies, we blame the judge and not the city when they let her get voted in, cause they ain't know who to vote against. Imagine life on the other side. Roads better, schools better, everybody get their license back. Grocery store food better, custody of your kids back. Homeless people get new shelters. If we gon' fix the U.S., we gotta start with them 2 letters. Me and you, somebody told us that the government wanna keep us broke, but the only reason why...
He said facts. He said if we wanna fix the U.S., because it's USA, we gotta start with those 2 letters, us. In USA, the name is us. Us as people.
Just, yeah.
Go ahead.
Just like when you're on Section 8 and you get a job, what they do, they raise the
They raise the cost of living up, the prices for your rent. They raise the, they take away your food stamps down and everything. Yeah. They don't want to keep you with, they want to keep you with as little as much money.
Behind, so.
Yeah.
Government wanna keep us broke, but the only reason why those people in the government is cause we ain't vote. And I ain't talking about the president, I'm talking about me and you. Somebody told us that the government wanna keep us broke, but the only reason why those people in the government is cause we ain't vote. And I ain't talking about the president, I'm talking about the ones we ain't know. See, they was gonna try to keep it low, but it's gonna hurt them when they see the polls.
Every time you stay home, someone is
Custody of your kids back. Homeless people get new shelters. If we gon' fix the U.S., we gotta start with them 2 letters. Me and you, somebody told us that the government wanna keep us broke, but the only reason why those people in the government is cause we ain't vote. And I ain't talking about the president, I'm talking about the ones we ain't know. See, they was gonna try to keep it low, but it's gonna hurt them when they see the polls.
Every time you stay home, someone is making a decision about you, making decisions about the air you breathe, the water you drink, the food your kids eat, and how much money you bring home every 2 weeks. So every time you sit out an election, every time you don't show up because you think it doesn't matter, someone else is happy that you didn't show up, so they can make that decision for you. Vote.
Real shit, bro.
If you don't vote, you're not putting the right person in that spot.
Right.
You know.
Right. Real shit, man. That's some real nigga shit. And I love that he let her explain the rest of it as well, because somebody just brought it to my attention on Instagram. We get paid 2 times out of a year, right? But we have so many weeks, so we only getting paid for 2 weeks. We got 3 weeks So we only getting paid really for 2 weeks out of a whole year. And the money not adding up.
Yeah.
It's not adding up. They owe us money. And that's why when you file your taxes, they have all the shit that they took from you. Money for this, money for that. The money that they take from our taxes is supposed to help us, but it's not helping us. Go ahead.
And then the hours, the more hours you put in, you're working for really for nothing. Because it's still
Taking more. The more hours you work, that's why a lot of people don't like to do overtime no more, because the more hours you work, the more money the state take from you. The more money the fucking federal take from you. So, and they take it, and then it pisses me off because a while back ago, I really needed to get my Social Security because I couldn't really work no more at the moment, and they didn't even want to give me my Social Security, but they take it from me. When I get paid, they don't ask me, can I take it? My check, it just takes it off. It just takes Social Security off of my check. I've been working since I was 14. Let me say that again. I've been working since I was 14 now. Working since I was 14. My first job was working for my uncle doing landscaping work. And I've been working ever since. And I think I deserve my Social Security for all the shit that I went through on these jobs. And I can't get it because they say you can still work. You're able-bodied. I have to be dead in a fucking wheelchair, can't move no more for me to get my money. Or act like I'm retarded or some shit for me to get my money that I deserve.
Sometimes it still don't work.
Still, exactly. So it's a pain in the ass, bro. And that's the people who made these laws that we need to fucking get out of office. But I love that video. He taught us a lot in that video, and that's one of the reasons why I'm voting this year. You should vote this year, and you should make sure you put your word out there and let people know, man, that we are tired of this shit. So appreciate that, man. Thank you, Yellow, for that. That was really, really nice. And the person who put this on Instagram, thank you.
Thank you.
Make sure you hit the like button,
Subscribe.
comment,
Hit the bell.
and the bell. Let's just, guys, know we want us doing these chairs, and we'll get it. Let's get it.